Hey, have you ever wondered why some hair transplants can look so great and natural while other a little bit less natural and more obvious? Well, this will all depend on how great of a hair transplant candidate you are to begin with. Hey, what is going on everybody? Matt here, and in this video I'm going to share with you the 3 signs which can make you even better of a hair transplant candidate. Now, maybe you are the type of guy who already tried minoxidil, finasteride and any other anti-hair loss treatments. You've been using them for years now without seeing any good improvements, at least not what you have expected from it. It makes you feel like you are the candidate for a hair transplant because it's literally the last thing that can get you your hair back. The sign number 1 which can make you a better of a hair transplant candidate is simply having strong donor area. And by that I mean having enough permanent hair follicles which can be safely extracted from the donor zone on the back of your head and used for the implantation without leaving a lot of damage on your donor zone or leaving it over harvested. The more hair follicles can be extracted from your donor overall, the higher the density of the hair follicles per square centimeter can be used by the implantation. This will make the end result look more dense. The sign number 2, which can make you a better of a hair transplant candidate, is having the right type of hair. By that I mean the structure and texture. So, which type of hair is going to be the most suitable for the hair transplant? Take as an example a guy with a very thin, with a very straight hair and very wispy hair, and compare him to a guy with curly, thick, wavy hair. The guy with curly, thick hair is going to be slightly better candidate for a hair transplant, simply because the curly hair, the thicker hair, has much better coverage properties, and if the doctor implants such hair on a bald scalp, this type of hair will manage it much better to create a better illusion of hair density as opposed to the hair which is thin and straight. That doesn't mean that if you have straight and thin hair, you cannot get a hair transplant. It just means for getting the best, fullest, most naturally looking result, the doctor will most likely have to use a higher density per square centimeter by you because your hair is just thinner, okay? And it's also straight. And this also means that by the guy with curly hair or slightly wavy hair, which is thicker, the doctor will not even have to implant this hair in a crazy high density in order to achieve naturally looking result which looks full, because the hair already is creating this nice coverage even if you implant it in a slightly lower density. This will just enable the doctor to create good work by using less hair follicles from patient's donor area. Now the last sign, sign number 3, which can make you a better of a hair transplant candidate, is having the right contrast between your skin tone and your hair color. Now, it doesn't mean that if you don't have it, you cannot get a hair transplant. No, it just means that it will be much easier for the doctor, for the surgeon, to create an illusion of density, illusion of full head of hair on you if you have the right contrast between the skin tone and hair color. Now, what is the right contrast? Glad you asked. It's either having lighter skin tone and light hair color, or having darker skin tone and darker hair color. If you are the type of person who has either this or this, then it's great. Now, what happens if you are somebody with lighter skin tone and dark hair? Can you get a hair transplant? Of course you can. It may just look more obvious that your hair density after the hair transplant is not as great, I would say, because it will be much easier for people to spot your skin underneath your hair, because your skin is pale and the hair is darker, which creates high contrast environment, and the color will not just blend together like if somebody has blonde hair and light skin, and people will just notice that the density is not as is great. So again, if you have great donor area, if you have dark and curly hair, which can create this nice coverage around your balding areas, then even having a high contrast is not going to kill you, okay? And you will have a nice hair transplant result and also great illusion of full head of hair. Hair transplant should always be the last option on how to restore your hair. But in case you have already tried medication, anti-hair loss treatments for a good amount of time and it didn't help you or didn't help you as much as you wanted, and you are now considering hair transplant, you feel like you are ready to get a hair transplant, I highly suggest you to take advantage of my free consultation call, to which you can sign up in the description below. There is a link where I can get you started and help you get the best, most naturally looking hair transplant results. So make sure you sign up in the description below right now, and talk to you soon. Other than that, thank you so much for watching this video until this very end, for supporting my channel, and I would love to see you in the next video as well. So looking forward to you. Take care.